I will fight you.net.
Okay.
Graham Banks.
Hello, Steve.
I will punch you through. Wait, no, that's not going to work. I'll just punch a $2,500 monitor and then I'll be sad. I don't know. That came to me. It came to me in a dream. It's a should I play this podcast? God damn it. Should I play this podcast? At this rate, debatable. Should I play this game podcast for episode 325? It's the 18th of August of 2025. I thought I was going to go insane for a second because both the episode number and the year are both ending in 25. I thought I repeated myself. I wasn't sure what was going on for a second. Anyway, how's tricks?
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Hey, all right.
Just had some shenanigans with the Stream Deck. Decided to lose all its marbles.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Which was a bit of fun to then to reset everything up for remix here, but we got there in the end.
Yep.
Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good.
Nice. I got a new friend.
Uh-oh. God, not another one.
This is the 8-Bit Do Pro 3. I've got a Xbox layout version of the Pro 2. I think I've got a Switch layout Pro. I can't read that. I think it's Pro 1. Yeah. I've got at least 2 more coming. One's coming, should be in the next week, and then I pre-ordered one for December. There's I can't remember who's putting it out, but there's an Xbox controller that is basically a PlayStation DualSense layout.
Okay.
So I'm like, that's weird. I want that. I don't even intend on using it, but I just want that. The Pro 3 literally rocked up this morning at the time of recording.
Okay.
It does some little things, largely TMR sticks and things like that. But I don't know, it's pretty nice. I've been using it to play video games.
Kind of handy.
Yeah, I know, right? I can't exactly use them to play anything else. Well, I could, but I don't think I'm smart enough to develop something to play video games with them. Shall we talk about video games?
We probably should.
Yeah, that's what we're here for, basically. Oh, hey! It's back.
It's back. So I recorded about an hour and a half or so of footage for what's going to be episode 1 of season 2 of Solar Factory.
I was wondering that because it popped up a couple of times when I was doing the Saturday version of Friday Night Fun. I'm like, wait, is it back?
Yeah, so I've played from the very beginning. So this is the season 2. So as a result of doing that, I've only played it for about probably an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, I think is what I played it for. All with a controller.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm now playing, so I'm going to try and play Season 2 with a controller. And I'm basically playing it from the beginning to see what it's now like to play that game, start to end. Because that's not kind of that's not the way I played it the first time, because it was all over the early access, so none of that sort of story lore, whatever you want to call it, wasn't really there, or wasn't there. It was there in pieces. I experienced it over time, and most of the time when it did kick in, I was just ignoring it because I knew I was going to do what I'm doing now.
Yeah. At some point, I'll listen to this. Fuck this.
Yeah.
I do it with demos on the Friday streams.
Yeah. So I've played the first 90 minutes. I got through the first. So that game has when you're playing it, I'm not too sure the screenshots are going to show it, but I doubt it. No, they don't. So the game has you going through these tiers of progression through the things you can make. So I basically did the first tier of that, which is basically getting the hub up and running effectively. So using controller is not as easy as mouse and keyboard. Let's get that out the way. It's clearly not going to be as effective. It's not going to be as efficient, quick, all that kind of stuff. But it does kind of work. It really does work really quite well. I'm still getting used to it because it's still obviously getting used to the how to do it. But And the thing that also, because I'm not playing it on this monitor that I'm on right now, I'm playing it on my big TV on the wall.
Mm.
The writing is quite hard to see, but you can do some UI
UI
scaling.
scaling shit in the menu.
Um,
There should be, I would think.
there is, but it is not particularly good. I mean, it works,
Okay.
but it doesn't. It makes the things bigger, which is kind of what you expect it to do.
Mm.
But if the thing then is big enough that it goes off the window that it's been presented in, there's no scroll bars to then go and
Oh,
sort
okay.
of,
So it overscales the UI
yeah,
scaling.
yeah,
That's fucking stupid.
it's not particularly good. I mean, it does the job in terms of be able to read what's happening on screen.
Yeah.
But if, as I said, if you make the icons like it's like you're in your inventory, for example, it goes really big, and it makes the icons bigger. But then if you've got four, you can see half an icon. You go, what the fuck's that? You don't know what it is. You can't scroll around. So it's a bit. It's not quite there yet, but I mean, yeah, it's not.
Have you tried it on console yet?
It's not on console yet. It's not on yet.
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. Because I'm looking at it here. I'm like, it says 2025 right in front of me.
Yeah, there's no date.
That's
No
mean,
actual
yeah.
date.
That mean, yeah. There ain't. Yeah, right.
Not a date for it yet. So.
I'd be curious if they fix, quote unquote,
Well,
fix.
they'd have to fix that
Yeah,
because that'd be
for
part of
console interfaces and stuff like
yeah,
that.
they wouldn't the certification process probably wouldn't allow them not to
Mm.
do it properly. So hopefully, if they do that, then hopefully
And roll
they'll
it
come
back
and
into
roll back
the
in the PC one and make it a bit better in there. But beyond that, I mean, that's the only thing that's really noticeable. It makes it a bit hard to not to it's not hard to play. It just makes it not quite as streamlined as it could be. But everything else seems to work pretty well. You've got so if you walk up to a machine, you press I think it's X to go into it to interact with it. All the buttons on the bottom tell you what you can do. Like you're pressing A to shift things around, X to equip, that kind of stuff. Right triggers you do your build, and that's probably where I'm struggling a bit the most because you've got a right trigger to start the build process, and then when to build again, you press right trigger, which I think is a bit of an odd key to use for that. I would have assumed it would have been A, but A is jump, so I don't know. I think there's going to be some compromise along the way as you do this sort of thing because of a game that is considering what you can do in that game.
Even the most pro controllers only really have what, like 12. If you have four paddles, four buttons on the face, the bumpers and the triggers, you're only looking at sort of 12 inputs.
Normally the buttons on the back are just replication of what's on the front. They're not,
that there is that, yeah.
They're not necessarily new buttons per se.
No, yeah, actually, yeah, I didn't think. For some reason, that never crossed me because I never use those buttons on any of these fucking things that are in front of me.
Yeah, so you got the four face buttons, your four directional D-pad buttons.
Oh yeah.
You've got your bump and your trigger. So you have still got those. You know,
there is still 12 inputs. I was just wrong on which four were four inputs.
Technically, you've got 14 because you can press left stick in and right stick in to give you other ones. But yeah, so there's a fair bit of. I mean, there's options there. You've got So I think it works pretty damn well. But that UI scaling is just a bit odd. So my next challenge is to actually edit that thing. I'm not going to put an hour and a half video. That's not my intention. But I'm also learning DaVinci Resolve, which is it's been around for a long time, but it's the video editing software that is sort of the competitor to Adobe Premiere. So that's the other thing. That's the other challenge. Now I've got to learn how to use that.
Oh shit!
To edit that thing because Adobe Premiere have just done some really shitty things in the last couple of years around pricing and AI and that kind of shit. So yeah, sort of shifting away from that. But now I've got to learn.
Hi Adobe, fuck you.
Basically.
Let's make that the title.
Still playing a bit of Ghost Recon
Wildlands.
So that's still going. I'm probably about a dozen hours into it. It'll be the background game, my comfort game. We sort of mentioned it when I first raised it. I was playing it again. So I'm still enjoy a lot about that game. So yeah.
I can't remember if you ever played the what was it, Breakout?
I started to play. What was it? It wasn't Break something.
Breakpoint.
Breakpoint. Thank you. Breakpoint.
I was close.
Yeah, close. But it wasn't the same kind of game. Like, I know that sounds odd, but it was still the third person, all kind of stuff. That was what it was. But you didn't have the same team
Yeah, no,
AI, that sort of
there
thing.
were
They're
elements
just
of it that were different on
that were
that tip.
different and didn't really gel with me too much. But I
Yeah.
think they ended up changing a fair bit to even doing up closely matching what Wildlands.
Well, yeah, I
Ended.
think on launch it just ended up launching so weak source that they're like,
Yeah,
oh shit, we don't fuck some things up here.
yeah. So,
Turns out John Berenthal's not enough to get people to care.
yeah. Um. So yeah. So yeah. The
It's
last one I
Wildlands.
played is a demo
Mm.
called Dispatch. Um. This was part of the Next Fest, I'm pretty
Mm.
sure. Um.
Yeah, demo came out for the next fest, but they left it up.
That was it up, so it's been going for a while.
Former
Um.
Telltale devs, I believe.
It's part of their former ones, that sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
Um, it's basically like you're playing the middle character of the cover art, um, and
Yeah, taking a piss on the wall.
basically what you are is you're essentially a 911 operator, but for this, I think it's a private organisation that when things happen, you can send out superheroes slash mutants slash
Mm.
whatever you want to call them to um, those jobs. You get an overlay of like the map is like this, um, and you basically click into where that question mark, not question mark, exclamation mark is. You click
Mm.
onto that. It'll tell you um, what's happening, what needs to be dealt with, and what you can also then do is based on these traits that each of your characters have, you're trying to match what they have versus what the requirements are of the job.
Mm.
And this, for me, is not particularly easy to align these things to these things.
Do you get an explanation for what those 5 symbols actually refer to at
You
some
do,
point?
but you don't see it in here.
Yeah.
Like in the tutorial, you see what that
You have to
means.
memorize it, yeah.
Yeah, like that means like brains, communication, like that sort of stuff. It might even be like I can't remember what the term they use.
Persuasion.
But yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah. So approach swiftly but with caution. So what on earth? So there's a swifty one, make him run
Mm.
faster. But where's the caution bit? Is it that? Is it that? I don't know. So that's what I'm sort of struggling a little bit with to align what they want the requirements are to what these things
Mm.
are.
Trying to middle manage some justice almost?
Yeah, it's a bit of it's an interesting game.
Do you remember middle managers of justice?
No.
Damn it.
Um,
I thought I was being really clever then.
um, so you play as this character whose name is completely forgotten. You're introduced to this world by this character, and then you're introduced to this character who fucking swears like a fucking sailor.
Yes!
He is absolutely filthy mouthed, but he's a great character. So
How offensively filthy is his mouth?
I'd
Are we
say
talking just up to fuck, or are we going beyond the word fuck?
so far not. There might have been one C dropped, I think.
Oh, get out of town, because Americans dropping the C-bomb.
I think there was. I'm not
That's interesting.
don't. But like the F bomb is probably every sixth or seventh word.
Nice.
So he's just full on. And so it's interesting because you are basically sort of
Hmm.
interacting with these characters outside of the the headset wearing process where you're just dispatching these characters around. I'm going to be very intrigued how that game lands when it does land. I'm going to be quite interested in it because I think the concept's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's just really neat, really neat concept. It's got that same thing of this character remember what you did kind of a stuff that the Telltale games had. Telltale. I'm just not too sure that UI was just showing where you've got this
The actual
traits
managing of the heroes.
of each event or each action. Kind of, I didn't quite get it, and there was no real indication that I can recall from the demo when a job was completed. Like it gives you this sort of rating for being a term. It's this thing that sort of bounces around that same. I don't know if I had it here.
The sort of hexagonal grid.
Yeah, like this. Is it this bit here?
Pentagonal grid,
Yeah,
sorry.
there's your
Yeah.
what they all are. So defense
So
and
I would
then
wager
there's
caution would be the intelligence.
you would think so, but it's not really obvious
Yeah.
because it could be charisma. I don't know. People
Yeah.
being cautious. I don't know.
You're making, some
Yeah,
assumptions to be made.
yeah. Um, so basically it'll overlay this kind of this character traits UI
Mm.
with assume is what the one that's from the requirements, I think, but I'm not really sure.
Yep.
And then it basically does this sort of filling in thing and says, oh, you nailed it, this is where you ended up landing. And it might be right in the middle where it should have been, or it could be out of the zone, and you get a rating basically out from doing it. And as they're returning to the base, return back to the base of the headquarters, or whatever, they're resting, they're returning, they're on other calls and stuff like that. Some calls can only be taken by certain characters in some cases, so it's entirely possible that the way in which the demo starts is not how the game will introduce them initially. So that
Yeah.
might be where it's a bit of onboarding stuff. But and also there's this hacking thing mechanic in it that
I can't remember if I've heard
when
that
this
before.
character has to do some sort of hacking to
Mm.
open doors or something. So it's kind of odd, but yeah. So there's that, and then
And the art style really, like in the trailers that they've put out and in video footage I've seen of the demo being played, the art style looks great in still images, but like it holds up really, really well in motion.
yeah, it's all voice acted, by the way, all voice
Yeah.
acted. It's when you look at the voice cast, it's actually quite impressive.
Mm.
Like you've got these dialogue choices to pick this sort of thing. So it does look really good. I think the voice acting is really good. The dialogue is really good. There's a lot going for it.
I
I
forgot
just
Alana
don't
Pierce was
know
in
if
that.
the actual if this dispatching the characters to each of the jobs and this UI thing. I'm hoping the full game they explain that better. Is probably where I land. So
Have you gone into the obviously this theme discussion forums can be their own special garbage fire,
I
but
went in there and I jumped as soon as I started reading some of the
yeah.
titles.
Did it, oh god. Oh, this would be the sort of game where people. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I fucking hate the internet.
Yep. Yeah. If you wanted to actually learn something about what that game mechanic does, do not start with the Steam Discord discussions because
Yeah, you
it's
can,
you can,
but
but
unfortunately, for some
you're gonna
games, you run into a fucking scorching garbage
you're gonna have to
fire.
wade through an awful lot of shit to find what you're after. So, um, yeah, as you can imagine with this type of game with the characters they are,
Yeah, there's going to be a bunch
uh,
of fucking dumb dipshit motherfuckers
the stuff that
spouting
was
off
in
it.
there was it was just I mean anyway, but yeah, they're the three games that I've played.
Hmm.
Um,
I am looking forward to Dispatch.
yeah,
Um,
I'm really keen to look. It's on my wish list.
hmm.
I may not get it at launch. I'll probably wait till it lands a bit and to see how it all plays out a bit more in terms of
Reviews.
views and that sort of stuff. But
Can't remember if there's a more specific date than what's in the IGDB for it.
I don't think there is on Steam at the moment. Not that I
Um,
saw earlier when I was looking at it.
let's have a quick look. Because I think yeah, you're right. It's only 20. It only says 2025 right now.
Yeah.
And their last update was June 26, where they're talking about Dispatch being its position on the Next Fest charts.
Yeah. It did really. I mean, got downloaded an awful lot during this
Yeah,
in that period of
it
time.
was one of the more popular, most
ones.
popular
Yeah. So
demos during that Next Fest.
yeah, as I said, I think the concept's great. The delivery of it is really good. Presentation is really good. I'm just not sure I kind of get what that moment.
Either tutorialize that
that
dispatch element
yeah,
component or explain it better or
explain it
surface
better.
the information a bit better.
Yeah, I think that's what I was sort of lacking. I just couldn't figure out if I was choosing the right character or not because I couldn't really tell.
Unless it's designed for you to pick and hope and then fuck up and find out what it actually
maybe that could be by design, but when you're
because it does strike me as the sort of game that would be, oh, the hero fucked up, you sent the wrong one, learn your lesson, you fuck up.
it is, but it's entirely possible it's by design like that, but it's but yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing that fully when it comes out. Hopefully this year. Yeah. So we shall see. But
Word.
that is it for me.
Wonderful. As has been come to be expected, massive amounts of crossover between the two of us. I have continued playing Claire Obscure Expedition 33, largely in sort of couple 3-4 hour chunks, largely on Sundays, actually. I hit the end of Act 1, and boy howdy, do you get, not only is it unexpected, but a completely fucked turn of events that really fucking, whoo, boy howdy. I will have another run at that. I'll continue playing that probably after we record, actually. But yeah, that's a thing, man. That thing is really well put together. I really enjoy playing it, the exploring of the environments, even the turn-based sort of JRPG combat. There's enough active requirements in it that make it engaging. Now, some of the timing on the parries and shit, if you're not that way inclined, will leave you feeling really fucking annoyed. But otherwise, yeah, it's done. I think it's done really, really well. And it's certainly a front runner for a game of the year type concept. A game that is not. God damn it. Somber Echoes, a search action game that came out a little bit earlier this year, January 20 this year on PC. It came out in July on the consoles. The consoles brought with it, the console release brought with a couple of adjustments as far as usage of fast travel and stuff like that in the from the maps, which some people online are like, "Yo, this is great. This makes it even better." I'm like, "Okay, fine, I'll give it a go." And boy howdy, after about a couple of hours, I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." So for this sort of game, it's weirdly expositionally verbose. Like, you have this narrator who delivers the story in this weirdly accented breathiness that she's both trying to sound like exotic and sexy and also foreign at the same time. But I don't know if that's the actual intent or if I'm reading it wrong. It's entirely possible I'm reading it wrong. Let's face it, I do tend to have some unusual interpretations of things sometimes. Definitely seems to be running some Greek fiction / Mediterranean or Roman vibes. There's references to Greek gods like Hephaestus. I didn't get far enough to see any of the Roman components, possibly in the character design. The environmental design is really quite nice, and you get some real weird, fucked up looking monsters. But there's also some sort of techno futurist elements to it as well. There's some parts where in the aesthetic that just feel cheap. Like, you find the sort of health fragments that increase your health bar, and it just sort of flicks up and flashes up like someone made that splash screen in like Photoshop in 3 minutes. And that sounds really, really harsh because, and we've said it plenty of times, making games is hard. Like, obviously, preface any criticism we have of anything with that. But yeah, it just feels there's some weird font work in places, and the menu work and the font on the menus and stuff like that feels a bit not quite up to some of the other elements they're doing design-wise. The combat is the part that really fucked me off. So it's going for that Souls-like Metroidvania mix, which a lot of games are doing that recently. The unfortunate part is its inconsistency in how it handles the different enemy types on screen, reactions to your attacks, and the parrying of different attacks incoming. So, like, you'll have two different enemies. They'll attack with two different patterns, but in trying to parry one, you'll get hit with contact damage from another. But then in a completely different scenario with the exact same two enemies, you won't take contact damage depending on how they're revving up for an attack, for example, or something like that, which is really frustrating. And trying to balance that with while fighting against a mini boss, for example. And it's like, oh, you fucker. So, like, there'll be times where you hit an enemy and you get the what you would expect as hit stun. Like it'll react to being hit, and then it'll rev up for an attack. And in leading up to that attack, no hit stun will be applied whatsoever. It'll just like attack through it.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like, hang on. Now, if you're gonna have it like react to being hit for this part, but then you change the animation to not react, that was not sitting too well with me at all. And that was the main thing that actually really got in the way for me, is that inconsistency in the approach to combat. The traversal was really quite fun. They have what's called an ether lantern. Instead of doing a normal, typical double jump, remember in Ori when you get the bash?
Yep.
Basically that.
Okay,
but it's something it's like a kind of like a shield you throw up.
Okay.
And it serves as the double jump, at least in the early phases. And they expand on that as the game progresses. And some of the videos I saw, like you get multiple different lanterns. You throw like one, then another, and chain dash jumps like that. And when the combat works, it works really quite well. The problem is the issues and the clunkiness when it doesn't work. It just gets in the way, and it's just like, well, okay, I could, much like a lot of the games I'm going to talk about literally today, I could keep trying to bash my head against this and try and find the good and enjoy it. I got too much other things to do. I don't want to bash my head against things that are just going to fucking annoy the shit out of me. And it's not a function of difficulty, because we know I play difficult games. But there's a point where you're trying to balance that difficulty in a way where you may as well just try and kick me in the teeth while you're at it. Which some people wouldn't mind taking a chance of doing that, but, you know, I don't want to spend my spare time doing that. Speaking of games that kick you in the teeth, holy fuck! Hanedi Girl. Turns out it's a continuation of Narita Boy, which came out 2023, I want to say. It's from a narrative. The narrative is really quite shallow. It's a real sort of expositional frame, and that's about it. You play, oh god, I can't remember her name. A Japanese girl who is so good at this arcade game, she gets sucked into the arcade game and tries to save the world from inside the arcade game. So it's Animatron, which I can get down with that. And basically, you're fighting a malware-like corpo state collective known as Hackanauts that are trying to take over the world from inside the machine. And it basically just becomes sort of side-scrolling Hotline Miami inside this arcade game. When I say Hotline Miami, very similar game from a gameplay. Like if you took Hotline Miami, threw it on a side-scrolling view, but also made it almost more fucked, you would kind of have this. There is some Katana Zero vibes I get from this as well. You're basically dashing from place to place. Most levels kill all enemies. So you've got like these guys here with these red vests. Would you believe that they're explosive vests? So you kill them and they'll blow up, or if they see you, they'll activate the bomb vest and then run up and try to blow up on you. It's really can be really chaotic fun in sort of hour-ish bursts, but it just got to a point where there's a pervasive intensity where you are just go in every level. The levels started getting really quite long. Single hit death, no checkpoint. So if you fuck up, you're back to the start of the level. But it also had this real like precise imprecision where everything is sort of very scapular. But if you get on the slightest wrong side, because like you can set off chain reactions where you kill this dude who's got a revolver, and based on the direction you kill him from, he'll shoot in the opposite direction. Now, if you get on the wrong side of him, either accidentally or you think you're on the right side, but it takes the input in a way you didn't expect, it'll shoot the opposite direction, and then you get killed. So, like, there's a lot of that. There was one level I got to, I think I died 120 odd times across like 2 runs at it, maybe an hour to an hour and a half. And there were passages in that fucking thing where you can seeing this screen how like pixel wide the girl is. Imagine the passageway vertically down with spikes, with explosive traps, 3 of her wide. And it's incredibly twitchy in a way that sometimes works really, really well. But in that instance, fuck that. So between the gotcha moments and like I got to the last enemy before the exit and I fucked it up. I didn't kill him properly. I just stunned him or whatever. I got killed and then I had to redo it all again. So like, I just went, nah. I played it for about 10 hours. I got about with getting everything. Like there's CD-ROMs, there's hostages they start introducing, and there's floppy disks in bonus levels that open either narrative codexes or weapons. Got all of them in the 10 hours up to the point I'm at, about halfway through the game. And I'm just like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I am slightly embarrassed at how badly I reacted to that fucking level. Like, I would not have liked to have been my neighbors at that time. Let me put it that way. I'm trying to relax from like recovering from being sick, and this game's fucking me off. Like, because I've said it before, those difficult games can sometimes put you in that relaxing fugue state. Yeah, this wasn't doing that. This was just it felt fucking cheap and bullshit. I'm like, ah! Yeah, but anyway, it's leading up to that point. I really enjoyed it, which kind of bums me out. But you know, again, I've got plenty others. Culebra and the Souls of Limbo is on Game Pass. Kind of Paper Mario, but combatless, which is not in itself a bad thing. Like, it's a lot of exploration, light puzzle solving, putting things together, watching things happen. But it's like gameplay wise, really quite shallow. It's apparent. Talking about Souls in Limbo, it talks about death, moving on from death, and all that sort of stuff. Has a really nice digital Paper Mario look. So like it looks like it's made out of like sort of cardboard dioramas, but it's all digital. So it looks fucking fantastic, and you can do this spin to go between places quicker. It does have a looping day-night cycle.
Okay.
Most of the characters forget everything you've done unless it telltales and goes, X will remember this.
Okay, yep.
Which is relatively few and far between. It's only for narrative elements or certain puzzles that it does that. But for the most part, it's literally the relatively simple puzzle mechanics, talking to people and putting these pieces together and then watching them go, yay, I can move on. And like there's themes of death, abandonment, loneliness, and some other darker subject matter. Like the first family you run into, it seems like it's a stereotypical father left and didn't come back. Yeah, no, it gets a little bit deeper than that and a little bit darker than that too. Not exactly that exact play out, but yeah, it's neat, but the shallowness of the gameplay just left me a little bit wanting. I will say there is the birds in this game have formed their own union, the Wing Union, and there's a post bird named Crow, but with a K. Every time he lands, he sticks his wings out, and there's a little firecracker, and confetti comes down. That's pretty great. Yeah, it's largely like nice and warm for the most part. There's some darkness to it, obviously, but the shallowness to it just sort of lets it down a little. And I just ended up getting bored after 2 of the 5 chapters. So I moved on. Super Roboy. A search action / Metroidvania came out earlier this year. I tried it on one of the Friday Night Funs. I was like, fuck this. Came back to it, and I'm enjoying it a bit more. Looks quite nice. That is not that. These are very early screenshots, I will say, because that is not what that character looks like now. Basically, it's Mega Man, but it's a Metroidvania. It's neat. It's fun. I'm chipping away at it on my laptop. I'm going to keep chipping away at it for now. There are some parts that have fucking annoyed me, but I also... I did a boss fight that was just doing my nut in. Because I'm like, fuck this. And I ended up, like, smashing it out.
Mm.
And then literally 10 seconds after that, I went into the ability menu to see what items I had and all that sort of deal. And forgot that there's a currency. You can upgrade your health and damage and stuff like that I didn't fuck. So I did this fucking fuck boss fight without upgrading anything. I'm like, oh, dumbass. So I'm going to keep chipping away at that for now. We'll see how we go. There's a game, Cyber Knights Flashpoint. You want to try and hazard a guess at what sort of game it is?
Metroidvania.
You know what? Based on the preceding entries, not a bad guess. You're wrong.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of XCOM.
XCOM, okay. Yep.
But holy fucking fuck.
That's an incredibly fucking busy UI.
Yes, it is!
Fucking Jesus.
So I grabbed this when it was in early access thinking, yeah, okay, I like XCOM.
Yep.
Holy fuck has it taken it's taken a lot of updates. Like they're doing an incredible job of just updating this game constantly. What it seems to be trying to do, it's trying to do like sort of heist-based, futuristic corpo XCOM.
Okay. Yep.
I ended up having a lot of futuristic corpo states in the last couple of weeks' games. It's one of its biggest things is about being very broad, very open, and open-ended to how you approach things.
Mm-hmm.
But holy fuck, in doing so, a bit clunky, a bit fiddly, because of course it is, and this is with the keyboard and mouse, just quietly.
Mm-hmm.
2, it's fucking mechanically dense. Like, you already said, holy shit, that's busy. And I didn't even get anywhere near that far, because this has got... So it does surface the turn order.
Yep.
And it looks like this screenshot in particular has like 7 people on the actual mission, at least. There is this security level where if you get over a certain number, the enemies reinforce way heavier. It just ends up being more fucked. It outlines almost more so than XCOM, the maths behind the hit chance. There's a fuckload of abilities down the bottom that are just like I fucking loved Tactical Breach Wizards and Into the Breach. And if you take that next step up from a complexity perspective, XCOM obviously, this is trying to do too much.
Yeah.
Like, it's... And the other problem is it doesn't have that much of a narrative focus. It's trying to do that choose your own adventure, tell your own story through your mission, design, all that sort of stuff. So there isn't much of an overarching narrative. They're trying to hit every cyberpunk fucking trope possible. Fucking future AI, corpo state. Fuck the man Robin Hood. But trying to do stealth, swords, hacking, security... navigations, like taking over security systems, things like that, gunplay, all of that. And the other part is by trying to do all of this, the writing is just really flat and very typical. Like in a way that itself is quite clunky as well. Sort of takes that Helldivers track of the gameplay is the story. Only Helldivers gameplay is a shitload better. Because it's action, it's less complicated than this is. This is almost too complicated. Now, we talked about the Steam discussion boards being a fucking sewage, but like people on there are very much enjoying that much more wide open breadth and depth. Which, hey, if you enjoy that, more power to you. So you can, let's say you've got one of these characters, you've shot a dude. You can't get other people in your party to act until you've either used all your action points or you can, basically park yourself with this button here. It'll skip to the next person. You hold on to those action points. Once you've run through your team, it'll come back to this person. So you can use them again. So there is some intelligent design to it. But fucking hell, do they just bury it under mountains of just what the fuck?
Yeah, I still can't get over that. I still can't get over that UI. That HUD is just I mean, it's just.
I don't know how you would simplify it at all either.
Well,
Like
think,
for his,
yeah. I mean, I think one thing you could do is to make some of the things a bit smaller, maybe. I mean, I'm not. You're saying you might not have got as many. I'm assuming this is a fully loaded up.
this has to be because
Yeah,
this is not what I like. You get some elements of what's the sight range of the enemies, what's the hearing range of the enemies. Because if you move standing up instead of crouch, you'll make more noise. They'll hear you turn around. It's like fucking hell.
Yeah. But assuming there's probably less abilities you've got when you first start up, so that bar on the bottom might be smaller, but
not by much.
No, so I think maybe they just tried to put too much into it, and that's probably why there's so much on the screen.
I think it's trying to appeal to those people who are like, oh, they dumbed XCOM down for consoles, man. Because those people still do exist. It was the same people that complained about Deus Ex Invisible War back on the Xbox. I wish I liked it more, but it's just that there's a mechanical depth that's not needed for this sort of game to be successful and to be enjoyable. Like, Tactical Breach Wizards is one of the best one of those in the last fucking 10 years, since probably the XCOM reboot came out. And it was so simplest, not simplistic in a negative way, but just very simple and very, like, it was about your decision-making, not trying to manage 18 different fucking levels of ability. But anyway. But this has just been me trying to figure out what my second game outside of Claire Obscura is going to be, really. Achilles Survivor. Have a guess. First action. What do you reckon?
I'm not going to guess every single time. I haven't got the energy.
Yeah, fair enough. It's an arse game.
Arse game. Fair enough. Yep.
It's an arse game set in Greece. Or the sort of Greek mythology. I mean, to me, Achilles gives it away. Unless it's, hey, man, how good would an arse game be if you're playing as different body parts?
No, the cover to me looked like another sort of Dark Souls style platformer to me.
So funny you say that, because this is actually Dark Point Games have another game called, what's it called? Achilles, shit. And I've spelled it wrong. Good. That's always good when you're trying to fucking do something quick and you fuck up. Legends Untold came out in 2023. 3 times the price. Co-op, dark fantasy, multiplayer. That's what you're talking. That's the sort of game you're talking about. It's a Souls-like action RPG. I think I played the demo for that at some point and didn't vibe with it. But as an arse game, the things that I often complain about, where it's very singular, where it's just move the enemy around, your character around, kill dudes. It doesn't do that. It does have some extra elements, like there's this base building and resource, well, not base building, but sort of tower defense-y resource management part to it, which makes it really quite neat. But fuck me, with so many characters, so many levels, so many things to unlock, there's over 120 achievements. So it's just trying to, progressing is just attrition. Like, I played it for about 6 hours, and I finished the first 4 levels properly by doing all the side missions and the main mission. And then the very last mission in that set, survived for 30 minutes. No, sorry, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 60 minutes. So I'm like, yeah, no, we're done. Like, for what it is, it's quite neat. And some of the abilities are all right. But I think maybe some people took the wrong lessons out of Vampire Survivors with all of the characters, all of the unlocks in that. That the whole thing was, let's just fucking throw mountains of shit to do it, to unlock.
Yeah.
That's not how you do it, man. So I think the only one coming that I'm actually really interested in is Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, which I've got in early access. I'm just waiting for 1.0 in September. This is fine. I don't think it's much more than that. But, yeah, anyway. However, here's our big ticket item. Me being sick this week has actually lent itself really quite well to me playing nearly 15 fucking hours of this game. Holy shit. I didn't realize I played that much. Revenge of the Savage Planet. The follow-up to Journey to the Savage Planet. We mentioned that I think we mentioned when we talked about its in its impending release. It went from first person to third person, sort of changed what it was a little bit. It's a bit more collectathon-y Metroidvania now. This thing's fucking awesome. I'm really enjoying it.
I played it a couple weeks ago. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, you did too.
No, I played it. 2 weeks ago, 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I played. Yeah, I did play it because it was. I don't know why. Was it last? God, when did I play
Wasn't
it?
last time.
It was the last time. Must have been more before that. I'm sure I've played this.
You have played it. I remember we talked briefly about it. I hadn't started it yet.
Yeah. I just cannot find it where I played it. Maybe I didn't record I played it. Maybe, anyway. I know definitely have played it.
Yeah. I remember we talked about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like I said, it's more not more, because Journey to the Savage Planet was quite exploration heavy as well. But I'm just really enjoying getting around the scanning of stuff, the trying to get all of the little hidden MacGuffins, like the little eggs that give you more health when you collect a certain number, like just using the different traversal abilities to get around and grab all of these upgrades that you don't need anywhere near as many as are in the game, but it's like, I'm going to get them anyway. Yeah, so I played for 15 hours, and I had Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday off work. I think it looks fantastic. I think it's, for the most part, really quite well written. It does maybe do a little too much in places, trying to be, I get it, hey.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, it gets past that. For some reason, there's a Dave the Diver suit, which I've worn for basically about 80% of the game so far. So it's just basically Dave the Diver getting around and doing all this shit. And the thing in there's an item description for it, and it's just like, we really like this game, so we wanted to put a fucking costume in. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. What more? Like, you can't really say too much. It does, again, futuristic corporation. Hey, let's take over this shit, and then it fucks you over. So then you go, oh, son of a bitch. Anyway.
I just checked. I played it back in May when I played it. Just found it on their list. Yeah.
This fucking year's going something fierce, eh? Squeak home. Number one, I hate puns at the best of times. I think the puns in this game are pretty great. The mouse-based puns are pretty nice. It's Picross.
Oh, yes.
So it's Picross, but you're making furniture to put in your little mouse's house. So all of these items are a function of completing the different Picross puzzles. Or they call them nonograms because they probably can't use the Picross license. The unfortunate part, I got about 18 normal puzzles in. There's over 650 puzzles in this game, by the way. So there's normal puzzles, and then you can unlock different colored versions of the household items by doing challenge puzzles. I hit a 15 by 15 grid when I was playing it on Saturday night because I was doing all right. I was like, yeah, I'm going okay at this. Then I hit a 15 by 15 grid and I panicked and I was like, nope, I'm out. Because it's just like, I barely fucking figured this. There are some hints. Like, you get some parts where the little mouse will help you fill in some blocks, or it'll tell you what you got wrong and shit like that. But I'm like, well, if that's the case, knowing me, I'm probably just going to sit there and go, fill it all in. Which was the point in playing it at that point.
Yeah.
For what it is, though, I think it's incredibly well made. And like, you've got your little mouse that you can customize, and you can give him like a little Apple hat like it's got here. And you can do the Animal Crossing designer where like you can stack 2 washing machines on top of each other if you really so desire. I think that's a little foolish because what if the top one falls off? Everything's fucked.
One will be a dryer on just got different assets.
Yeah, quite possibly. I have done that. But yeah, I don't have the head for this. I thought I could get. I thought I could play it and get. I got a few the way, and I'm like, I'm doing all right. Oh no! And yeah, that screwed me. But I think it's fucking cool. I'm just too stupid to play it. Fortunately, a game I'm not too stupid to play. Driftwood. You are a sloth. You ride a longboard down downhill tracks, and it's fucking awesome. And you can get up to 120k an hour, and then you crash, and you see him go flying, and you feel really bad. Kind of take the Tony Hawk's idea, but tie it to longboarding at speed, drifting around corners and stuff, and that's what this is. There have been a couple of challenges where you have to get down the hill using sticks of butter for wheels. And I don't think people recognize just how piss poorly a longboard handles if you use stickers of butter for the wheels. It handles really badly. This is really fun though. Like there's enough scope where you can have multiple runs where you're trying to get the points, and then it's like, okay, now I'm going to try and get down this hill as fast as possible and trying to figure out the shortcuts. How much that holds up, I don't know. I played it for about an hour so far. Ran into a great bug, though, where the overworld, you drive a little van around the overworld to get the different levels. Come out of one of the levels, everything is flipped. Text and everything. So you can't, unless you can read backwards, you're not reading shit. But you can dress your little sloth up in different like clothes and stuff. My sloth has headphones and cat ears. Seems a bit redundant, but whatever. And you can get points by going through leaf piles. It's pretty neat. But holy fuck, when you're moving, the sensation of speed is really well done, but holy shit, is it terrifying. And particularly when it's like, oh no, bam! And you just go flying off this fucking cliff. It's like, oh, I killed the sloth. Oh wait, no, he's okay. But yeah, that's a really, really neat thing. Came out in early access a couple years ago. Released out of early access a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, that thing's neat. But unfortunately, a large majority of what I played this week was, I'm going to try this out. Oh, wait. No, I don't like this. Moving on. So anyway, that's what I played. So with that being said, shall we move to the beginning of the end?
We should.
All right. Beginning the end. We are on YouTube. You can find us either by doing a search for Should I Play This Game on YouTube, or go to youtube.com/@ShouldIPlayThisGame64. That'll take you to the channel page. Give a subscribe there. You'll get notified. Well, you can get notified. Do you ever ring the bell on YouTube channels to get notified of latest videos, or do you just do the subscribe and look in your subscriptions menu?
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, no, I've never.
Yeah, me too. But like, if I kept getting notifications when a channel puts a new video up, I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, if I did that, I'd get hundreds a day, basically.
I'd throw my phone across a room.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you just click subscribe, don't worry about ringing the bell. It's under the subscriptions menu. You'll be fine. So Solo Factory, what do you reckon? This week or next?
I'm hoping I'll get it up this week, but I've got to learn how to edit with this other software. So who knows? But that is the goal.
Possibly this week, possibly next.
Yep.
Twitch.tv/Enemy Starship is the Friday Night Fun and the Saturday version hangout place. This weekend's Friday Night Fun and Saturday version are both up and available on the YouTube. I like how you said you don't want to do hour and a half videos, and I've got fucking like 4 hours left out.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh fuck.
No, that's not what I want to do.
Yeah. And then we were meant to record last week, but then I woke up sick as fuck on Sunday. Well, I got done with the Saturday version. I'm like, for about 5 days, I'm like, oh, there's a tickle in my throat that suggests that there's sickness coming. And it held off. I'm like, all right, maybe I'm past this. And then I woke up on Sunday just congested up here and just fucking achy. And I'm like, oh, yeah, nah, nope, we're out. Forced myself to go to work on Monday, and then I took the next 3 days off. Yeah, this week's Friday and Saturday shows are up. And then, yeah, if you give us a follow over on Twitch, you'll get an email notification when I go live. I got nothing else.
Okay, cool.
So next week will be should be some kind of video recording of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly continuation of Split Fiction. Possibly
so.
something else.
Something else, yeah. Well,
who can say?
You can say.
We'll have to read the tea leaves on the day on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then yeah, keep an eye out for Solo Factory either this week or next.
Yep. Hopefully. Yeah.
Hopefully
I'll be able to do it. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll be able to get learn DaVinci Resolve and go from there.
See, that's the thing when you don't like edit anything, it's a lot easier to put videos up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is.
When you just hit record and then about 4 hours later you go, oh fuck, I need to have dinner. I'm gonna stop. oh god damn it. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode of the Should I Play This Game podcast. But for now, thank you, Graham Banks.
Ingo, it's all been a pleasure.
And yeah, keep an eye out for videos on the YouTube, and then we'll be back in a couple of weeks' time for more talkie talk. Peace out, y'all.
Bye.